Today we answered the most asked questions about Norway and Norwegians on Google. Let's get started. Why is Norway so happy? According to the World Happiness Report, Norway, the happiest country in the world in 2017, has managed to be in the top 10 in this list every year. Norway has a great education system, economic growth, high life expectancy, social support, and freedom. Proximity to nature is a fundamental part of living. Skiing is one of the most popular sports in Norway. The presence of thousands of mountains and fjords creates a very suitable environment for extreme sports. And camping under the Northern Lights, which is a visual show of nature, is one of the most wonderful experiences for Norwegians. The citizens of Norway feel they are being well cared for by their government, thanks to universal health care and free college tuition. Norwegians also enjoy a healthy work-life balance, working an average of 33 hours per week. Additionally, Norway has a low crime rate and a strong sense of community among its citizens. Why do Norwegian babies sleep outside? Spotting a baby napping alone outside in frigid conditions isn't necessarily a cause for concern in Norway or any other Nordic country. In these places, parents commonly put their babies down for a nap outdoors because babies may get better sleep while being exposed to fresh air. There is actually some pretty solid reasoning behind this practice. According to some thorough research University in Finland, frigid napping not only promotes better daytime sleeping, but it also increases the duration of sleep. More subjectively, parents feel that napping in the fresh air promoted health in their infants. Parents in Nordic countries prioritize maximizing a child's time outdoors, often citing the motto, "There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing." Why are Norway houses red? Traditionally, Norwegian houses were painted in red, yellow, or white. The color the owners chose depended mostly on the family's financial situation, location, and profession. The red color was the cheapest to produce. It was created by mixing ochre with cod liver oil or other vegetable oils. As a result, many buildings in farming lands or fishing areas where incomes were lower than average were mostly painted in red. Why do Norwegians hate Swedes? Actually, they don't hate them at all. Norwegians, Swedes, and Danes all get along very well. Perceived tension may be due to competition and rivalry that is not hate-based. But there is no such thing as collective national dislike between Norwegians and Swedes. They have a very long history together. They were both part of the Kalmar Union between 1397 and 1523. And later they were part of the union between Sweden and Norway, which lasted for about 90 years. The countries established diplomatic relations in 1905. After the dissolution of the Union. As a Norwegian said, "We actually love each other just like siblings. And as real brothers, we love to annoy and make fun of each other." Why are Norwegian prisons so nice? With more progressive tactics in terms of incarceration, Norway's reoffending rate is one of the lowest in the world. Rather than focusing on the punishment and mistreatment of its prisoners, Norway has the primary goal of reintegrating its prisoners as stable contributors to communities. The first way it is accomplishing this is by creating jail cells that closely resemble small dorm rooms. Because they believe that prisons are learning environments and places for rehabilitation, inmates in Nordic countries receive mental health support, job training and education, and drug addiction support. They have well-structured gradual release programs based on good behavior. Why do Norway hunt whales? While Norway proclaims that whaling is old cultural tradition that should be preserved, environmental and animal rights groups say otherwise in response to its inhumane treatment of whales, and more broadly, to its disruption of the natural environment. Currently, the countries where commercial whale hunting is still in practice are Japan, Norway, and Iceland. While Iceland announced recently that it would stop its commercial whaling by 2024, there is no end in sight for the same practice in Japan or Norway. Today we answered some of the most asked questions about Norway and Norwegians on Google. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more.